Hi guys, welcome from Georgia, Batumi at the Black Sea coast. So the purpose of this video is to tell you how to get to Georgia and what is to be seen here. So from Warsaw it's around 4,000 kilometers. If you are very stubborn, you can do this trip in 5 days, means five overnights. I would divide it into the three parts. The first part is very quick up to Istanbul, so you go very quickly with the first overnight in Budapest and second overnight in Sofia or in Serbia, then the third overnight on Asian part in Istanbul or the Asiatic part of Istanbul. Then the fourth one is on the coast of Black Sea, the town Samsun or Ordu, whatever you prefer, and the fifth one you are already in Batumi. So 5 days is achievable. You have to do like 800 kilometers a day on the motorbike, but it's doable. So for me it took 1 week because I was a bit lazy. I'm traveling here since 10 years, so already know how to do it. So then if you count kilometers, this is around 4,000 kilometers to get here. On wheels, you can use not wheels, also you can use ferry. So there's a ferry from Bulgaria, Varna, which is going every 2 days. That's the Ukrainian line. Takes about 3 days on the boat to get to Batumi. Then there is also Bulgarian line coming from Burgas, and that's once a week. You can get by ferry here. Crossing Turkey, you have to take into consideration that there are paid highways. So there is so-called card HGC, and you have to upload this card, if you utilize fully the bypass of Istanbul, which I strongly recommend because there is a new bridge next to the new airport, which is cutting you 3 hours at least because there is a damn crazy jam through Istanbul, even for motorbike. And then if you use extended bypass of up to 100 kilometers after Istanbul, then you have like 1,000 Turkish lira to have on the account. So both ways you should upload like 2,000 Turkish lira to this card. So then, of course, in Georgia you don't have civic insurance, so you buy yourself a separate insurance. You can do it at the border. I do it in internet because you can do it in advance, and it's not a very expensive, around $15-20 per 2 weeks. So this is required when you enter. Be careful because they count really days where the insurance is valid. What is to be seen for the motorbiker, especially off-road motorbiker in Georgia? I would say at least 4 major roads which you have to see. The first one is like a classic one. This is Mestia-Ujguli road. Mestia is a Highlander town which is in the mountains, and up to Mestia you get normal road, but then from Mestia to Ujguli, if you then do the full circle to Kutaisi, you have 4x4 road, you have to cross the river. So this is more advanced road if you decide not to come back the same road. Then the second road is the road between Kutaisi and the area of Borjomi, and it's between Baghdati and Abu Stamani. So that's the road which is also fully round through the passo there. I don't recall what is the name of the passo. Also very nice to go, also it's a few hours to spend. Then another road on the north of Georgia, it's Tianeti Shatili, fully off-road through the highest passo, parallel to the road to Russia, of course behind the mountains. Very nice road. In Shatili you have the village with the tower, the houses like in the Middle Ages. Very nice to see. And at the crown of the roads, it's the road between Lechuri and Omalo, so-called Tusheti road, dedicated to be the world's most 10 dangerous roads, which takes you around 5 hours both ways. You will have like 250 kilometers. So I was not ever taking the full tank in order to have a lighter motorcycle, and that's the very purposeful route. Because I'm coming here 10 years, a lot of changes has happened in Georgia. One of them is the highway between the capital of Georgia and this town here. It was always difficult between Tbilisi and between Batumi. It was always difficult to get through the mountains. It was 2 hours, 3 hours. Now it's a full highway with a lot of tunnels through the highway. So it's just 4.5 hours to get through this road. So it's much easier. There is a parallel road via Kulo, via Borjomi, and earlier it was 200 kilometers of full off-road. Now it's just 500 meters. The rest is asphalt, and it's lot of curves through the mountains. They really strongly suggest to use this road. Also, what happened is they created a bypass of Batumi. Earlier you had to go through huge jumps through Batumi. Now it is a tunnel roads, like 5 big tunnels, 1 kilometer each. You cross above the Batumi, so it's shortening the time. They are really now planning 17-kilometer tunnel to the border in Sarp. So that's what happens. And then if you plan to go to, if they finally open the border to Armenia and to Baku, then there is always half of the highway to Lagodeshi done, so you can get it quicker. That's it from the short instruction how to use motorcycle in Georgia. Hope to see you on the road, guys.